Tonight on O'Neill After Dark. It's been 22 years of waiting, but finally, Arsenal are the champions of England. In politics, fraud, waste, and abuse are just some of the distractions going on in Washington. And I set sail with Captain Ron. All that and more coming up next. Good evening, and welcome to O'Neill After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill. That's right. It was a great weekend for English football. You wankers might call it soccer, but nevertheless, North London club Arsenal raised the Premier League trophy for the first time in over 20 years. Sure, they won it last week when Manchester City failed to beat Bournemouth, but there was still a game to be played to finish out the campaign. Let's see if the highlights are still blocked. In a semi-meaningless game, Arsenal were victorious, thanks to Gabriel Jesus and Nani Madueke. 2-1 to the Arsenal. But the focus was on what happened after the match.
In 2026, the champions are the Arsenal.
A wonderful time for not only the Premier League, but English football as a whole. Another big test for the Gunners will be on Saturday the 30th, as they square off against defending Champions League champion, yup, that's how I wrote it, Paris Saint-Germain. To see if our favorite club can pull off the double, check local listings for availability. In American politics, and some watchdogs are blowing the whistle on fraud, waste, and abuse as it regards to certain elected leaders. Would those accused man up and face the music, or would they deflect and counter-accuse, as is tradition? Let's find out.
It's been a hell of a bad week for Donald Trump and his Republicans.
And that's exactly what House Republicans are focused on.
Did you hear that, America?
But right at the top of that list,
Trump's billion-dollar taxpayer-funded ballroom.
This week, we're continuing that work with common sense legislation.
And you would ask why?
Because this is what common sense leadership looks like.
By Washington bureaucrats.
we certainly feel a responsibility to tackle
For the American people.
because it's the right thing to do.
It's common sense.
And our goal is to break.
Nearly every American family.
We will defeat them.
All at the taxpayer's expense.
Brought to you by your friendly neighborhood Democratic Party.
What does he know?
And I can tell you right now, as a guarantee,
And believe me, it's bad.
either MAGA extremists are going to break the country or we're going to break them.
This isn't just insane, it's anti-American and it's an affront to the Constitution. It was disgusting to watch.
It's outrageous.
We're in serious trouble.
It was the American thing to do.
That doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't.
A boondoggle.
Gas, groceries, goods.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
I mean, Donald Trump makes Richard Nixon look like a choir boy.
Can you believe this guy?
Amazing. No matter what, your elected leaders are proving that your tax dollars are being put to work by complaining and not actually doing anything, as that would be ludicrous. Also, after doing some research on a $4 billion taxpayer-funded ballroom, I saw this. To raise the money, you, the taxpayer, would pay around $25. Don't worry about the top 1 or 5%, because you're not in that tax bracket. I know my audience. Another show that knows its audience is The View, where some ladies have umbrage about anything and everything that's going on in America. They might not have solutions to problems, but they know exactly what all the problems are.
What's really going on?
Republicans have power in this country.
And I don't agree with that.
Democrats have no power.
How many voters will actually hear about this?
We're losing the country.
Move on. There were protesters who were looting and vandalizing in cities.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. And they go on and on.
I find it overwhelming.
I am so stressed in my own life. I find it hard to judge another human being.
You don't know any better.
No journalism experience.
You'd be like, screw it.
It's
Your issue is with the system. Everyone has one.
It's because you have no idea.
it's
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Fantastic. On brand and in market. Once again, the dames disregard common sense and problem solving at an alarming rate. Well done. Moving on. Buttons. From Buttons for America, who has conquered the ocean, space, and now won the Kumite tournament, was honored once again at the White House. A star-studded event to pay tribute to Combat Orange. On hand were President Donald Trump, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and other important people. We go now to live coverage of the event.
For life.
What a great day for America. Thank you, Buttons, for making America great again. God bless America.
Fantastic display of greatness. Buttons will now be taking some time off after winning a grueling tournament. As always, to join Buttons for America, just like, share, subscribe, comment, and or donate to the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. It helps the channel and provides Buttons with fancy feast. And we'll be right back after this.
stupid.
Welcome back. There was a hot dog race over the weekend, like that's something that actually happened. Very America. We go now to some highlights of the event. Incredible entertainment. The real winners were the fans. In local news, a break-in at Big Kenny's Porketeria has sparked much concern, as a fox was spotted with a mouthful of hot dogs over the weekend. Mayor Hoot Loopman immediately dropped everything he was doing and hunted down the four-legged criminal. The mayor had the following to say about the heist. Quote, "No one outfoxes Hoot Loopman." End quote. Proof positive, the law applies to all man, woman, and or beast. In an unrelated story, Big Kenny's Porketeria will now offer fox dogs for a limited time at a low price this week while supplies last. Fantastic. With summer on the way, you might get invited to a cookout and or barbecue, which can be fun, but also hazardous. No worries, friends, I've got you covered in this week's editorial.
Please hang up and try again.
Hello, friends. It's summer, and that means eating outside, which is mildly disgusting. Furthermore, you might get into a debate with other partygoers about a few topics, such as politics and or potato salad. But the heaviest debate this year will be, is a hot dog a sandwich? Sure, it's a contentious conversation indeed. However, you know better because you watch O'Neill After Dark for inexplainable reasons. Be aware, a hot dog is not a sandwich. The meat byproduct is in the shape of a tube and is its own entity and should be treated accordingly. Only a complete psychopath would think otherwise. The more you know. Excellent advice. And be sure to bring ice cold Coors Light to your next outdoor event. You'll be the life of the party. This week, I spoke with sea traveler Captain Ronrico. Fire the cannons. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Call me Captain Ron, boss.
So, you've sailed all over the world. What's your favorite spot?
Ted's.
Least favorite?
El Caribe, Spanish Main. It's the land of voodoo and hoodoo and all kind of weird.
It's also my understanding that you captained the USS Saratoga. Is this correct?
Yeah, the old Sarah.
You've had some run-ins with pirates. Care to expand on that?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
Ah, that's all right.
Any words for the viewers?
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Thank you for your time. Another great piece of entertainment. Maybe even tannertainment. Whatever. Well, that's gonna do it. Right then. Next week's episode will be the last one of the off-season. My thoughts exactly. As the show is going to take the summer off. But don't worry, mindless content will still be uploaded to the channel during the break. Join us next time for more sports news and broccoli. Thanks for watching O'Neill After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill.
El Caribe, Spanish Main. It's the land of voodoo and hoodoo and all kind of weird.
I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand.